Aloha all, welcome back to Let's Play Crackdown. I'm Paper Mario Guy, and in the last episode we did a lot of the tutorial stuff, just like kind of getting used to the game, finding out what the game's about, introducing skills and things like that. And in this episode we will hopefully take down our first of Lemugre's generals, and I am going to first ascend here to try to get this supply point, because getting the supply points really early on is great, especially if you're not that great at this game and you die a lot, because that will allow you to get around a little bit quicker. So by just going to the supply point for the first time, it's going to save your game and just automatically have it for you right off the bat. And now, if I wanted to, I could go to another supply point. And obviously we only have a few unlocked right now. We only have Pacific City Bank and Hillside Housing, and we're just going to stay at Hillside Housing. There's no point to go anywhere else, because Juan Martinez is going to meet his end fairly shortly. At the beginning of the game, and especially in like Lemugre's section, you can become incredibly overpowered, incredibly fast, especially by just like kind of grinding a little bit. I am not a fan of grinding in any video game. I in fact despise grinding, so I will, as you'll see, kind of be playing a little risky a lot of the times. I don't really care about dying. I really don't care about anything to do with preserving myself or not, like it doesn't mean anything to me, and you don't lose that much by doing that, especially because I'm playing on the fun mode on tough instead of like psychotic, because in psychotic I would be dead. I would be dead multiple times over and punished for my reckless behavior of just running in, and yeah, I'm just not interested in that, to be honest. That just does not sound appealing to me. I like just really feeling like a badass and running in and not giving a care in the world. Throwing grenades, acting like the Terminator, like a superhero. Like this game was like basically intended to be like. See, I just pegged that guy right in the face with a grenade. He does not know that I'm about to kill him. Or at least he thinks that I won't. Oh, but I died. No, see, regenerate. And the benefit of this game is you can just go right back to Hillside Housing, which is right next to his area, and you can get full ammo and full health and all that stuff. So look at that. Look at how great that is.
Death is not the
it's fantastic.
Advanced cloning technology makes reincarnation a reality.
And if you didn't know, before anybody comments and is like, wow, you suck, that was definitely an intentional death. These are, this is not a very difficult game, especially on this difficulty. And, it's kind of funny when you get really powered up in this game and you go back and play some of these beginning areas, how easy they actually become. And you'll see, like I said, you'll see when I get a little bit more powerful, just how easy this game winds up becoming. Alright, so I'm going to continue to throw my grenades and blow this guy to smithereens. His little bodyguard sacrificed himself for no reason, because there's no beating me. And there goes Juan Martinez. And another achievement, First Blood. How about that?
Fresh agency intel for you, Agent.
Woo, jump for joy.
With Martinez out of the way, Los Muertos' finances and information flow are severely disrupted. The low-level bangers lack the intelligence and expertise to effectively take his place, making Los Muertos a softer target.
So wonderful.
Excellent work, Agent. Now explore the city and track down the other key gang members. Eliminate them in any way you see fit.
Alright, so
I'll keep you updated if peacekeepers secure additional
In regards to the skills, I think one of the main things about this game that might turn people off is when you first start the game, you kind of are just like a normal guy. Like, of course, you can see that, like, I'm making certain jumps that, like, are obviously not realistic and all that stuff, and I'm running at a fair pace. But as my abilities grow, so will or as my skills upgrade, so will my my abilities. So, like, these little jumps that I'm making now will be like if I were to just lightly tap the A button, and I can jump like I'm the Hulk, you know, and be like Superman, leap tall buildings in a single bound, and it's pretty fantastic. It's, you know, like I said, it's loony, wacky fun, and it's tons. It's just great to explore, and I don't know. It's kind of like what Grand Theft Auto would be if it didn't have the really emotional, in-depth story. And you know, every now and then I like to just kind of not have to deal with, you know, paying attention to the story and being emotionally invested in the characters, you know. There's really no emotional investment in the agent, and there really isn't a large draw to want to take out, you know, Lemugre's drug kingpins and all that stuff. But you just do, and it's a lot of fun, you know. I don't really have to have a reason. It's just unbridled chaos, and it's glorious. And there's just tons of other things to do in this game other than the main quest. So, as you've been seeing, there are actually those green orbs littered throughout Pacific City. And those are agility orbs, and they are the best way to improve your agility. As you can see, I have an agility of 60 right now. And once you get your agility, or any stat for that matter, up to 100, you're actually going to improve to another star. And the maximum that you could be is a maxed out 4-star agent in one particular section, I guess. You know, one particular skill. So right now I'm a base level, you know, no star agent, and that's you know, the lowest I'll be, obviously, all game. Very soon I will have started to upgrade, and I'll eventually hit, you know, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, and then I can upgrade all the way to 99 on 4 stars.
Jose Tremendo Guerra uses his failing nightclub on Lemugre's southern island as a front to ply his vile trade, the manufacture and distribution of a potent and addictive narcotic cocktail. A cunning, cold-blooded operator, Guerra takes deliveries of the drugs by day and deals them to the desperate by night. This operation alone accounts for a significant percentage of the Los Muertos' illicit income.
Alright, so if we take out Mr. Guerrera's premium narcotics club, then they will lose a lot of their funding. And, you know what? That sounds like a great idea to me. But I actually kind of want to go around and collect some of the agility orbs and increase my agility a little bit better, or a little bit more, you know, so that I'm a little bit better than what I was. Maybe improve my marksmanship as well. As you can see, every time you get a kill on a gang member, some sort of skill is going to be increased. Either it's going to be your driving, your explosives, your strength, or your marksmanship, dependent on what you killed them with. Ooh, I threw that really far. Did not mean to do that. And as you can see, they are a very poor shot on this difficulty. They are not very very good. And anytime that you accidentally kill a civilian, it will actually lower your progress in whatever skill that you killed them with, unless you've hit your next peak. So, like, I can't actually go underneath 25 anymore for my driving, but I could if I was... Ooh, wow. I just died very quickly. But if I was under, if I was like ascending to 26, it could knock me back down to the base value of 25. So that's the threat of killing civilians, but I don't really pay much attention. But anyway, so I guess I kind of can go over the 3 agency vehicles. We have the agency supercar, the SUV, and the agency truck. And the cool thing about this game is that when you upgrade your driving ability, not only do you have better handling, and not only do you just have overall better control and faster speed and stuff like that with your agency vehicles, but for each star that you have, your agency vehicle actually gets upgraded. So right now we're seeing, the normal old supercar, and that's great and fine. But I guess a lot of the lore of this game is kind of what's going to happen when you finally upgrade your character. So as you can see, right when you jump out of the Lamugre Grate from the Keep's base, we see that little purple ring, and that's a stunt marker, for stunt jumps. And those will definitely improve your driving skill quite a bit. But we can clearly not get it. We're in the supercar. We can drive very fast. But even with as fast as we are driving, it's not going to be enough to hit that. But as we progress, we are going to definitely be able to do that. And I just exploded randomly. How about that? Well, this is awkward for everyone, because I have now died 3 times. But like I said, I don't care. I do not care one bit about dying. It is the least of my worries, and I don't know. I have better things to do than to worry about. I have regeneration, I can afford to die a few times. But anyway, as you can see, there are 500 orbs littered throughout Pacific City. And 500 is a lot, and I have collected them all before. I'll have to show you guys just to confirm that I've done that. But I have actually collected all 500 of those piece of shit agility orbs. And I only say piece of shit agility orbs because there's 500 of them, and it's so frustrating you have to comb over the city hundreds of times to be able to find them, because there's no guide. I mean, I'm sure if you got a strategy guide you can find them pretty easily, but otherwise you just kind of have to go, and that's exactly what I did. And man, is it a pain in the ass. And I did it for the achievement, and I guess it was probably the most satisfying achievement I've ever gotten, but at the same time it was one of the most frustrating. So if you decide to try to tackle that, do it at your own risk, because it is some kind of endeavor. There's also things called hidden orbs in this game. We have not seen one yet, for they are hidden, and I have not been looking for them. But I believe there's 300 of those as well, and I just said fuck that, because those things are secret and hidden and stuff like that, and I had enough trouble finding the agility orbs, which are right out in the open on top of buildings and such. So yeah, I was not dealing with that. But in this game, aside from the missions, I think I was beginning to say this before, but besides the missions, there's tons of things to do, like collecting all the agility orbs, like collecting all the hidden orbs. But there's also foot races and car races, that are quite fun, and there's no shortage of those scattered around, and we're definitely going to be doing some of those. Probably not all of them. I would have liked to promise a 100% run, but there's just no way that I'm going to promise that, because of the fact that there are so many hidden orbs and agility orbs, and I am not going to record that much of the game. Sometimes, like when I was looking for the last few hidden orbs, it was taking me upwards of 45 minutes to find orb 498 out of 500. But that's Hidden Orb 1 of 300. And the cool thing about Hidden Orbs is that they give you a little bit of skill in all 5 sections, as opposed to the Agility, which is obviously just going to give you, Agility points. And I find Agility to be the easiest of the skills to level up. And I guess, depending on whether or not you're a more vehicle-based player or a run-based player, that will kind of determine what is your last upgraded thing. For me, in any time that I've played this game, driving has always been the stat that I've increased last, and it will more than likely be that way in this game as well. Driving just doesn't have the same lure that it has in GTA. I love stealing cars and causing, mayhem and havoc and stuff like that, on Liberty Cities, or Vice City, or San Andreas's fine citizens. Like, that's a lot of fun. But in this game, it's, I don't know, most of the basic cars are really lame to drive in. Just hijacking people is not necessarily as fun as it is in GTA. And I guess the other thing is I just have too much fun jumping around like Superman and the Hulk. It's just, a blast. And it's one of the only games where I feel like you can do stuff like this, so I tend to like to take advantage of it. So that's just me. But, I guess to each their own. I guess technical things about this game. It can be a little wonky sometimes, in terms of, like, your aiming. Like, there is the marksman's thing that I kind of have to scratch my head at whether or not, like, a lot of the shots that I make or don't make are based on my marksman skill, or based on just kind of a wonky control scheme, where I feel as though it might not be the most accurate. It definitely gets better as the marksman skill goes up, but I don't know, sometimes I feel like even when my marksman skill is like all the way to the top, I'm still missing shots that I would have normally gotten. So I don't know, take that for what you will. But I just got another supply point, so we have another way to get around the city a little bit faster. And I think that just about does it for this video. I'm going to try to keep these videos around 15 minutes, give or take 2 or 3 minutes. So that's what you have to expect from this. So until part 3 of Let's Play Crackdown, I'm Paper Mario Guy of the KoopaNinjaBros, and I'll see y'all next time.
Ooh, guns, guns, guns.